Hey, what's up, SUNY Potsdam? You're listening to 90.3 FM, WAIH, The Way at SUNY Potsdam. You can reach our quest line, 315-267-2511. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/90.3 WAIH. And our Twitter and Instagram handles are 90POINT3 WAIH. Just to let you know, it is past safe harbor hours, and this is an interview, so nothing we say is reflective of 90.3 FM or SUNY Potsdam as a whole. And yeah, this is your host, DJ Right Shoe. I'm here with my co-host,
Marissa.
DJ Lil Cry. Today we are interviewing the very talented and very lovely ROWAN KINGSBURY in honor of MadFest 2019. The second. All right, Marissa. Yeah, we're excited. Marissa's excited.
Can you come to my shows? Because no one claps like that.
Well, yeah, I was out of
just have
town.
a naturally really loud clap.
Yeah, it's a very crisp. I like
Thank you. I
Got a
practiced.
crisp clap.
Maria, don't try and
it's all in
imitate
the
me.
cupping. It's all in the
I can't.
cupping. But yes. So, just a little background. I think I already said this. I'm very forgetful, though. It's been a long day for all of us. I just had a coffee before my last class, but this is the second installment of MadFest interviews. I'm trying to get everybody in, as many people as I can in, to kind of just talk about life and music and what brought you here to be with us. And all that fun stuff. So, we're going to start really basic, if that's okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
What was your first introduction to music in the sense that you knew it was something you wanted to do? You know what I mean?
So, I did not listen to music much when I was young. And then Green Day happened. And I knew immediately that, like, I loved Green Day. And it's really funny because my music sounds nothing like Green Day, but they're still, like, one of my favorite bands. And then I was like, wow, he's so cool. Billy Joe Armstrong's so cool. I want to write music. And then I did, and it was bad. And then I cried, and then I got better.
Well, I'm glad you continued trying. Not to get all sentimental, but I, as someone who was in music school and stuff like that, I completely feel that. I didn't. When I was 10 years old, I listened to What I've Done by Linkin Park, and like ever since, ever since, like none of my music is like theirs at all. But they're just they're a huge influence. So I completely feel that. I respect that, my man. So on that, like, how old were you? Like, did you sing before guitar? Did you start guitar and then start, like?
I can't play guitar well at all. Like, I was 12. And so at the time, my trifecta was Muse, Green Day, and My Chemical Romance. It was right before MCR broke up. Rest in peace. And I was like, well, I like singing. I was in chorus. So I was like, And so I wrote a song. It was my first song I ever wrote. And I was like, well, that's a fun little sing-songy part. Looks like I'm going to need to learn something to accompany myself with. Yeah. And so I picked up a guitar. It was my dad's really old Ovation that I still play. It's like 20 years old now. And I taught myself like 10 chords and never taught myself anything ever again. So that's what we're going off of for my songs. But yeah, like I sort of started and I was like, well, so the singing definitely came first. I think the poetry of it actually was before even the singing, but yeah.
So what would you say, like, kind of influences you? Like, basically when it comes to writing your songs, is it kind of mixed in the sense of sometimes it's the words first and then you kind of write around that? Or do you sometimes think of a melody and you're like, oh, this kind of goes with something I wrote, or you kind of think of something to put with it?
It's pretty much always. There are some exceptions, but like it's almost always the lyrics first, because I think I started as a poet. Like I'd always been like writing like little like poems and stuff, but usually a song starts with a phrase. Like one I'm working on right now is a very affectionate punch in the mouth. And I just like it's like a little like phrase and I'm like, ooh, that could be a cool like vibe for a song. And then I usually write down the lyrics and I'm like, and then I just pick up a guitar and I'm like, well, here's gonna play the same 5 chords as always, and we're gonna try to make a song out of that. So it's always the words first, because I think at least for the kind of music I write, like I don't focus as much on the guitar. I focus a lot on what it's saying.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of cereal?
I don't eat cereal much, honestly. Like I hate breakfast. I don't even. I like.
It's wild.
I'll like a bagel, but like most breakfast, I can't eat eggs. I'm like allergic to eggs, so mostly just breakfast is ruined. Plus, I really like hate dairy and I hate milk. I'll
like,
eat
almond or like soy. If you were to go
almond,
with, like,
oh my god, almond milk is
right.
They don't even have it in Tim Hortons on campus. They're like, you want soy? I'm like, no, just don't even make the drink. I don't even want it anymore. But I don't know.
Are you lactose intolerant then?
No, it just makes me feel yucky, and also milk has like a weird taste, like weird. It's
gross,
too milky. You know, it's like too
cheese.
Thick for a liquid.
Let's talk about cheese.
I love cheese. I'll shove some cheese into my face. Like I love me some cheese.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't really eat cheese much unless it's Taco Bell, and when it's Taco Bell, forget about it. Like all my dignity's out the window.
Just eat 40 tacos, just
pretty much. Yeah. I was having a conversation with the Taco Bell lady, like, I don't want to get too much.
All right,
I want to make sure
it wasn't even a conversation. She was just like, I don't know what to get. She was just like talking to herself, and then the like cashier was like, hey, you should get this, and she's like, oh, all right, okay.
No, yeah.
So all right. Favorite fast food chain?
Chipotle.
Oh, that's not even fast food. Is Chipotle even considered fast food?
Of course it is, because you can eat it there or you can take it on the go. I mean, they don't have a drive-through.
It's fast enough, and plus, like you make it, so I feel like it's like fast food but better.
It's like DIY fast food.
Oh, DIY fast food. Yeah.
There's a category for DIY fast food.
There is really.
There is now.
No. Oh, all right.
We've coined it. We're gonna make a fortune.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have like set. You know how like at different places, like at Five Guys, you can be like, oh, I guess Five Guys. There are places where you can like mess with the order, like, oh, can I get this but hold the mayo? They have like pre-made. They have like a list of like meals. Like,
and then Five Guys is like you can say like all the way, like I want my like burger like all the way, or like you can be like all the way except mushrooms or something, because mushrooms are stupid and I hate them.
Oh, I love them.
I can't.
You know what? We've had too many conflicts. You don't eat cereal. You don't like mushrooms.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I'm okay.
It's
too good to be true.
No.
So we were talking about music, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess
sometimes you gotta take a little step break.
Yeah, you do.
Sometimes you gotta ask people about cereal.
So a little weird of a topic here, because so I know your brother Alex, and I actually didn't know you guys were related to like.
Wait, you have a brother?
Yeah. Alex, yes, notorious. Always
friends with our next door neighbors.
Yes.
So we see him pretty frequently.
Alex, I don't.
Kingsbury kind of got the swoopy hair.
Yeah, he's got a beard. He looks a little bit Amish, like a hipster Amish man.
Yeah, I'd have to
got those nice sweaters.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we like the sweaters. Like, oh yeah, weird ones.
I honestly, I don't know.
Basically, on that. So I know Alex is, good friends with a lot of my local music friends. I think part of the reason we know him is because he's so big in the music scene. Not big as in he play, like kind of jams a little bit, but
he cares about it. Yeah.
So did you, in choosing this school, because I know a lot of people, like our friend Jason, who's a DJ, when he came here was like, yeah, I came here for Mad Stop and Way and all this stuff. And some people come for the music scene, some people come for Crane. Did you know about the music scene through your brother and that's why you came? Or did you just come because you thought like, oh, this is great for what I want to do? Kind of a combination?
I guess both. I mean, I lived near here for a while. Like we moved up to the North Country, like my sophomore year of high school, I think. So like, I had heard about SUNY Potsdam, and I mean, like the year before I came here, which was my brother's first year, like We the Kings played, and like I was like, yeah, I know this place. So I mean, and I come here so many times for like different music things, because like in my chorus class we would come to Crane to see the opera or something, and I knew that I didn't want to major in something music, but I knew it would be nice to have Crane right there for if I ever wanted to do something with it.
Yeah.
And of course, Alex coming home like on breaks and being like, yo, it's so cool. I know all these cool people here. Listen to my weird band on SoundCloud. Like, I mean, it helped. I was like, well, if there's nice music-y weird people there, I'll probably like it. I mean, also the school is pretty cheap, so I'm broke, and was part of it too. But,
so to summarize, your brother over-exaggerated about the school and you got stuck here?
Yeah, I was conned. I
got robbed.
I actually really didn't know about Mad Stop or The Way or anything till I got here. And then when I got here, I was a little bummed because I got into some really cool colleges, like some nice top tier. I got into some good ones and I couldn't pay for any of them. So I got here, I was like, I'm here. We'll make the best of it. And I just heard about all the music stuff going on, and then I went to a couple shows, and I did a coffee house, and a bunch of different stuff happened. And
Rocky.
Oh yeah, I did Rocky Horror. Yeah. Oh my
Rocky
God, I got to
Horror.
ride around on a Razor scooter.
Yeah.
In way too much makeup, and then hump someone on stage. So honestly, it was a good time.
Yeah. Let's
already making memories. Already making memories.
I know.
I was a loser my freshman year, so it makes me happy to see younger people doing all this
stuff. Your freshman year. I wonder what that's like.
Were you a loser too?
Yeah, I was a loser.
You still are. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You're the coolest.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. As someone who, as a shy person, I feel like I've really found my niche in not just the local scene. I started through just entertainment in general. I started through SES and made my friends. Then Cameron convinced me to join The Way, and the rest is history.
In conclusion, Maria.
I know it's all about me. The guy that's directly interviewing me, but I get where that whole sometimes it's not so fun, but you got your niche, as some people would say.
How they say college isn't for everybody? That's so true. It really is.
Okay.
Honestly, I would drop out if I could.
If it wasn't required, I don't know. I mean, getting a job right now with just a high school degree, that's that's scary.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I feel as long as you're we're actively building your resume, networking, getting involved with things.
It's gotten so much harder to get a job, and the fact that it's well, oh my God, you graduated high school in 1920. It's oh my God, marry my daughter, but now it's you need to be taking a million credits. You need to also be in 8 clubs. You need to have at least 2 internships down. Then you need to get job experience, and every job needs job experience. So where do you start? And it's and then you're already in so much debt.
At the Cheesecake Factory, just to wash dishes at the Cheesecake Factory, you have to have 2 to 4 years of experience washing dishes at food establishments. So
that's mad stupid.
They're very fancy. So
wow, oh my God.
Even your dishwashers are educated.
Dishwashers are stealing jobs for the restaurants, dude.
Yeah, come on. Get out of here. So, Rowan, you're a creative writing major, right?
Nope, history.
History?
Yeah.
At least you tried. No,
I tried. Yeah, I tried. What made me think you're a creative writing major?
I give off that vibe.
You do. You do. Yeah.
She's a creative musical writer.
So what are you trying to do with a history degree? Are you gonna go for education?
I wish I knew.
Go the time machine, go to the past.
I really
the time machine.
Yeah, actually, that would be super cool, except I don't know anything about science. But I guess I want to be an archivist or work in a museum with a bunch. I just want to be surrounded by old stuff and be that's an old thing, and then get paid for it. I don't know.
So an archaeologist, kind of?
Or... I mean, not really. I mean, because I guess the archaeologists discover these artifacts and catalog them, and then I'm wow, what's the history behind these? And then I ask questions and do research with those things that the archaeologists found.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I'm still, I'm still sort of hoping something happens with music, but I got a good backup of.
It'll always be there on the side. That's the important
thing.
Yeah. And there's so many ways to get your music out there. There's so many online communities.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Reddit's a really good place. Reddit, Tumblr, it's actually how Car Seat Headrest kind of ended up taking off. He was just online on his Tumblr and Reddit, and people were like, "Oh my God!" And now he's signed to Matador.
Yeah, exactly.
He's one of the indie kings right now. So all you gotta do is just.
What's it like to be talented?
I wish I knew.
I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder.
I'm talented at not knowing how to socialize, So it's it's not all it's cracked up to be. I wish I was talented at something else, but I'm not fun. Sorry.
Okay. Sad boy hours start now.
What other questions you got, Maria? You're supposed to be
Well, I guess a little more on the Green Day thing, because you said that kind of pushed you to write music.
Green Day is lit.
They are lit, but I have a question.
Yes.
All right.
Are there any artists that you do listen to or that you've heard of that you kind of think to yourself, man, I wish I sounded like that, or they kind of are the reason you sound the way you do?
You like Waka Flocka?
No. I pretty much excuse me. I don't know. Like, I listen to so much. Like, I have this weird habit of, like, when I make new friends, I look them in the eye and say, tell me what you listen to and send me a playlist. And because, like, I just like to listen to so many different things. And recently, my good friend Tom showed me a band called Weekend Friends. And
they're great.
Yes, she is. Yeah, she is all I want to be. And he says that like I remind him of like Weekend Friends, and I just think that I'm still so young, and I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do, because all my stuff right now. Like, I'm working on an album with Medstop Records right now. It's going to hopefully be out by the end of the semester. Be looking for that. But I feel like what I'm recording right now is stuff I've written over like the past like 7 years. It's like my first song I ever wrote is on this album, and also stuff like from like different years, just like the hits of what I've done so far. And like hits. Yeah, and then I'm just going to forget about everything that happened before, and then the next album, I'm studying abroad to Scotland next semester, and I'm hoping to just write...
Okay.
I'm hoping just write a Scotland album. Like, I'm just like, it's not going to probably be too... Yeah.
Scotland ska.
Do some ska with some bagpipes in there?
That
would be weird.
Punk with bagpipes instead of horns.
Oh my god. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, that's an idea though. But I don't know, like, I feel like I'm trying to still find my sound, because a lot of the stuff that I'm working on now in this album is old, and I knew I wouldn't have a band. So they're written for it just to be me and a guitar.
Yeah.
But now that I'm here, I'm hoping I meet some people and be able to get a band together that will help me. Yeah, that will help me like actually have some, songs. Like I would write songs that are like that if I knew I had the resources to make that happen. But like a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now is just very like anti-folk acoustic punk, which is a very weird vibe, and I don't know where it came from.
Pretty dope though.
So in a roundabout answer, I listen to a lot of stuff, and I have not heard much that's like my stuff, so I don't know where it came from. Just necessity, I guess.
So, not to sound stupid, where's Scotland?
It's in the UK, right above England.
It's in that little area above like, where like France and Italy and like Spain, all those guys are. It's like above those guys.
Yeah, and the UK is like up and over, and then it's like England, and like split like weirdly diagonally is Scotland, and then the little thing next to that is Northern Ireland and Ireland. Yeah. They're all like up there, and then there's English Channel, and then we got France and Spain and stuff.
I sometimes forget the school does study abroad.
It's not. I'm doing one through UAlbany because I was because when you're in SUNY, the nice thing is you can use stuff from different schools because it's all in one system. So I'm going through UAlbany. I just had an orientation today for it. It was very boring.
Is this your first time going abroad?
It's my first time academically going abroad, but I go to different countries often. I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Bermuda. I've been to Montreal more times than I can count. Wish I could remember some of them, but Montreal is great.
It is.
All right.
I'm 18. I can go to Montreal. But yeah, I don't know. I really like traveling, and this is a very good way to travel abroad cheaply, because it's all through the school, and it's like I get to stay there for months. And like you can't do that any other time without spending a lot of money or getting a very specific visa. So like, it's a good sitch to be in.
Yeah, it's a good sitch.
Yeah,
getting yourself a whole ton of Scottish fans. So when you come back to America, you can be like, yeah, I got a fan base here in Potsdam, but I also got one in
Scotland. Yeah, Aberdeen, Scotland.
No
Watch
big
out.
deal. I mean, hey, like, you know, get gigs.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm actually talking to this weird little pub that's near campus in Aberdeen, and I'm like, can I play? And they're like, yeah, 1 to 2 a.m. on Thursdays. I'm like, okay.
That's the morning.
That's good enough for me. And they're like, we'll pay you meagerly. And I'm like, okay, fine. I don't care. As long as it's something.
What's a Scottish accent sound like?
Scotland.
It's like
I'm very bad at the Scottish accent.
It's canceled.
It's bad.
You can't go abroad anymore.
I know.
Yeah, no.
And it's very funny because I talk so much like an American. I talk like a surfer. I'm like, oh, dude. Like I have a friend who's from Ireland, and I told him I'm studying abroad. He's like, oh, you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Like everyone's just gonna know. They're gonna look at you, and you're gonna be like, oh, what's all, dude? And they're gonna be like, why is this American here?
He'd be like,
get them out. It's so funny though because they're having so many problems over there with like Brexit and everything right now that like I don't even feel bad because they're like, haha, Donald Trump, and I'm like, Brexit, leave me alone. Like, I don't know. Yeah, what up? You're like, you're also having issues. Good stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to go there.
Is it like a small town? Like what is it?
It's like the 4th largest city in Scotland. Nice. I think it's like
Scotland's
Edinburgh,
not that big.
Glasgow.
So.
Scotland's okay.
Sitting back there roasting Scotland.
You never even been to Scotland. You can't even do a Scottish accent. You asked what it was. Oh. Like you don't even know what Scotland is.
Why would I want to do a Scottish accent?
You don't know what continent it's on.
First of all, I knew what continent it was on. I just didn't know where it was.
We gave you a map. You'd be like, I don't know.
First of all, I'm not a geology major, so
geography.
No,
I do the same thing. No, geometry, geology, and geography. I will never, not to sound like an idiot, I will never ever use them correctly.
Listen, I'm an English major for a reason.
Because you don't know what words mean? I feel like that's not a good idea.
Because you don't need place words. You need deep words.
You need analytical words.
Oh my
analysis.
God. Like philosophy.
You also take photos. You're pretty good at taking photos, so you could be a photo.
This interview is about Rowan, not me. Stop talking about me.
Well, it's also not about Scotland, but here we are.
Well, Rowan's associated with Scotland now.
I guess that's true.
One of these interviews, I'm just gonna stand up and start beating you, Maria. We're gonna record a fight for one of our radio shows one time.
Now.
We're just gonna record it.
Ding ding! The ring is going.
That'll guarantee people watch it.
Yeah.
2 college girls beat the ever-loving crap out of each other online. And then everyone's like, okay, that could get weird though. I don't know. I feel like that would the police will have to watch that when they arrest you guys for battery.
No, it's consensual.
Okay. Well, okay, that's good.
We have a safe word, don't we, Maria?
For fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gosh, Marissa, please, I'm too weak. I have like the attitude of heck yeah, I'm gonna beat you up, and then I cry.
No, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
And then you just cry.
Who do you think would win a fight between me and Maria?
Depends on who has a knife.
First of all, no, nothing in here, no weapons, nothing.
Yeah, just fists.
Fists.
Man.
Honestly, I got knocked around in high school, and it was junior, senior high school.
All right. Maria was bullied.
Yeah, I was bullied.
I don't know if that would make it better or worse. I don't know.
I think it was like when you're a kid in high school getting bullied, you're kind of just like, oh, this sucks. And then you kind of look back in college and you're like, man, I was a loser. I deserved it. It's kind of funny because they weren't.
I think you need to go to therapy.
This isn't.
I do. I think it's.
How did
funny.
That make you feel? This is now your interview. This is your public therapy.
Yeah. All right.
There are kids who are bullied much worse. So
Hang on.
For me, it's more like
we need to assess something.
Assess what?
Rowan, do you believe in ghosts?
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about this. So,
oh, whoa! Just
that was creepy. I do now. No. I feel like there is an energy. Because energy must be recycled. Because, for example, when you die and you decompose, you're giving your energy to a tree or the ground that you become nutrients. So I feel like there could be an energy that leaves you, but I don't know if I believe in a humanoid form of ghost haunting people. But I have seen energy and weird stuff happen. So I lived in this house that was like President Garfield's father's house, and the attic was not a fun place to be. Like, my mom never believed me, but one time I had this weird like pink oil lamp, and like one time I was like trying to light it, and then like, and I have never gotten it to light again, and like it lit for like 2 seconds and then immediately went out, and there was just no wind or anything. It just like that just happened. And
when were you born?
I was born on March 13th, 2000. Every 7 years, my birthday's on a Friday the 13th.
Ooh. So why did that story sound like you were like an 18th century like widow or something?
Okay,
like,
so when we moved into the house,
oil lamp.
Yeah, no, when we moved in the house, it was like stuff was in the attic, and it was like really old, and there was also this really old barn that ended up burning down, and a bunch of our animals died, and it was really, really, really sad. But like it was a really old house, and then like in the like attic there was like weird like old stuff, and there was this weird pink oil lamp that I remember, and like I had never gotten it to actually light because there wasn't oil in it, so it was really weird that there was a flame in there for like less than 2 seconds, and then it went out. Yeah, it's weird.
That's bizarre.
Oh, and my friend's townhouse not too long ago on campus, one of my friends, like I watched him literally fly through the air. Like something weird was happening in there. He's like, no, like something like threw me, and like it's like I was like completely like he like literally like lifted and flew, and I had never ever, because I'm always that friend like come on guys, nothing's happening, come on, you guys are just being stupid. But that happened, and I was like, nah, like something bad out. Yeah, I definitely felt a bad vibe in there, but you know, some of my Wiccan friends did some you know, they closed a portal, I don't know, and now it's better.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a weird time. It was a good time.
Like, I wish, okay, like I don't ever want to experience that firsthand, but like I do, just so I can have a story. But I don't want to be, I know I'm going to be so scared in the moment that I'm going to be like,
I was always, it was very weird because I'm always that person that's like, come on guys. And then that time I was the one like, guys, like that, like literally, like that was not okay. That was weird. So, yeah. Way to make so much noise.
I once, you don't have to, it's kind of, I don't know, it sounds like a lame story. I don't have like many experiences, but I was walking through campus at night, and I walked past Satterley with my friend, and we kind of looked up, and there was like this pale kind of like face, and we were like, oh, you know, it's just eyes, and we looked back and it was gone. And I was like, okay, and I darted over here and I cried, and that's it. That's my whole experience. It's my whole experience with
you guys are wusses. Ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, you say that. Then why'd you ask the question? That's so weird.
I'm just
she wants to know she wants to know who
I need to know
who she's more superior than.
I need to know.
Then why'd you freak out and leave then, huh?
I don't like big baby. I don't like ghost stories.
Then if there aren't such thing, then why are you okay, whatever.
They're creepy. I don't associate myself with ghost lovers.
You don't gotta do that, but I'll let you know what's up. You're listening to 90.3 FM WAIH. Still way at SUNY Pots. Damn, you can just start our quest line 315-267-2511. Visit our Facebook at facebook.com/90.3 WAIH. Our Instagram and Twitter handles are 90POINT3 WAIH, and we are interviewing past hours, past safe harbor hours. So things that we say are not reflective of the station, and they're not reflective of SUNY Potsdam as a whole. Reminder, I'm DJ Right Shoe with my fabulous host
that DJ, you turned the mic off on,
DJ Lil Cry, and of course we are interviewing Rowan Kingsbury.
Of course.
Glad to have you guys. Glad that you're still here, still chilling with us. All 0 of you on the live stream, but hopefully more people on the radio.
Yeah.
And fun fact, this will be archived, so we will be able to share this after.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it.
I've got a lot of people, they're like, that's past my bedtime.
Yeah,
I'm like,
late.
Oh, it's 10 p.m. Grow up.
But
are they
it's
retired?
College, you're going to pull so many all nighters.
Exactly. I'm like, it's like 3 p.m. I'm like, 3 a.m. I'm like, dinner time. It's like,
all right,
guys.
We hit the halfway mark. I need help with my paper now.
Okay. I don't know anything about surrealism.
Okay, so surrealism.
What's surreal?
Have you guys ever heard of Sigmund Freud?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? All right, what do you know?
Oh,
so he's the one that's like, you want to have sex with your parents and everything is weird.
Yeah, like everything comes back to like your thoughts.
Yeah,
of your parents.
and women, when they look for a mate, they look for their father, and men want to have sex with their mother, and What else? There's another weird thing that he said.
The oral, people who like bite their nails have like, and like people who like smoke cigarettes.
And then the Freudian slip is like when you say something like most of the time it's like sexually, like say something you're thinking that you didn't mean to say out loud, and that's a Freudian slip.
Interesting
stuff for sure. But I guess we're really struggling right now, Marissa.
Yeah, I'm struggling too. This is due next Wednesday.
Well, I'll tell you what's not next Wednesday.
It's 5
but
days.
It's at the end of at the beginning of next month.
What?
MadFest.
Nah.
But so ROWAN. I actually don't remember the lineup. I should because I'm actually performing. But I don't know what time are you playing? Do you have you don't know, do you?
I think like 11:30.
Oh wait, I'm playing at noon. Are you right before me?
Maybe.
I think you are. I think you, me, and Ian are like kind of like,
yeah.
She had like more of the bigger like groups like going towards the end, and then like the solo and two pieces are a little earlier on. So 30 minutes.
I think so. Yeah.
30 minutes in heaven.
Oh sure. It's me singing very sad things with a funky beat.
It's good. It's good
I'm
music,
sad.
Though.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, you have like a confidence on stage, and like you have like I really enjoy and admire your personality on stage, because some people, like myself, like I'm awkward. A lot of people are awkward. There's kind of like, oh, this is my song, and then they kind of play, but you make jokes and like interact with the audience, and I think that's like
I think
vital.
that I needed some kind of performance strength, because most of the time it's me sitting behind a guitar, and I think a lot of times I have to like I want to make people like me, not even like my music, but I want them to like feel like I'm playing a song to them.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I mean, like that's just with the way my songs are set up. It's very much like, here's a story of something very bad that happened, and it's gonna sound fun, but it was not. And like, I mean, I think I use my music also as like group therapy. I'm like, I'm gonna write this song about when my friend died, and you're all gonna listen to it, and then we're all gonna be sad together. You're welcome. So I like to joke in between them and be like, haha, guys, this is the next sad song. Here we go. So I feel like, I don't know, I work a lot on my stage presence. And I mean, I grew up with theater. So I mean, like, it was drilled into my head, look alive on stage, act like you want to be there, smile. Meh. So like, I feel like a lot of times I'm trying to make a connection with the audience, and like, I like to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And especially in between, like, some of my stuff's really heavy, like emotionally. So I like to, crack a joke or two in between to keep it light.
Make them laugh, then make them cry.
Yeah, it's like just back and forth. I want people to actually pass out because they don't know what they feel.
That should be
I want them to be
song.
numb by the end of the night. I want them going home being like, who am I? Yeah, like
existential crisis. Just,
Oh yeah, definitely. I want there to be a group cry afterwards. I want there to be like the group, like the concert, and then I'm like, okay, now we're all cry, like, and then it's like, it's okay, guys, you can be emotional here, this is a safe space.
You guys ever have like a existential crisis?
Every day,
all the time?
No, like bad.
Oh yeah,
I think like, I don't know if it was last week or the week before.
I
had like little mini
crying.
ones, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, like, I have an anxiety disorder, so I'm like, I don't like sometimes I'm just like, yo, I don't even know what's happening.
I've been less existential. I've noticed I've gone through phases in college, and I think that a lot of the younger like generations of college are becoming aware, of their mortality, and that's where like the existentialism is. Then you get older, and you're like a junior, senior, you're like, oh, whatever. I'm sad, but I gotta do stuff. You're more nihilistic than existential. Yeah, like I'm gonna die anyway. I might as well still do stuff.
Like whatever.
So I guess it really kind of depends how bad the anxiety is.
I think that a lot of times it's nice that everyone feels the same way, sort of, because I feel like a lot of my friends and I, like, we have set like sad boy hours where we're just like, we're gonna have a great time. Now we're gonna be really sad for an hour, and that's it. And then it's like back to like fun. Because I think that especially a lot of the people I hang out with, not to generalize, but a lot of people that are very artistic or very interesting to me tend to have like mental disorders or any kind of like emotional problem.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody does though anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. We're all so sad. Like,
it's really starting to be like everybody these days, I've noticed.
It's I mean, like, let's talk about how like the world is dying and like our political situation's terrifying. Like, I don't know. I'm good, but thanks.
Let's
just like, I don't know. Like, it's like think it's justified how
It's
people
like,
feel.
It's like I want to be sad about global warming, but then Potsdam snows and it's supposed to be spring. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be warm
like,
out.
yo,
But like the world's
it's
dying.
April. What? Like,
Mamma mia.
Yeah, Mamma Mia. Why is the world so pain? You know.
yeah.
It's a struggle.
Exactly. That's my exact reaction whenever I think about politics or global warming or anything. Mamma mia!
Yeah, Mamma Mia.
It's just like a slight
crazy.
whimpering sound. It's like, and then I repress. Don't think about that. Yeah.
Don't feel that, or you're weak.
Okay, so I had this
feel-
conversation with Maria earlier. Can you believe someone like made Mario like
a plumber. She said she's like still shocked about that.
yeah, like a
No, I have
plumber
something
saving
better.
a princess?
Do you know that your bones are wet right now?
I don't want to talk about
Your
it.
bones are wet.
They feel oh my god,
What
it's
is
They
so
weird
won't.
to
They
think
won't
about.
be dry.
All right, is
until
water
you
wet?
Die.
I don't like that. Oh, I don't
Is
like that.
water
So
wet?
you're sitting there.
Water is
Your
not wet.
bones being wet. Your teeth are your only bones that are ever going to be dry. Like if you smile, it's like for too long, like your teeth will get dry, and those will be the only bones that are dry, unless you break something, like when it's sticking out, like a compound
It
fracture,
just
like
pops
that.
out.
Those will be the only bones that will be dry until you're dead, because alive bones are wet and slightly soft. So I just want you to know that your bones, your whole skeleton right now is freaking saturated. You have a moist bone right now. All of your bones are moist. So I just want you to know.
Yeah, bro, you gotta go.
See, if you had just mentioned that the first time and not like said anymore, I would have been like, oh, that's weird that it wouldn't have been a passing thought. But now that you've like gone
now
in
it's
depth,
just like,
I
it's gonna
realized
remain in my
this.
head.
I
For the
feel
rest
I was
of the
hanging
day.
out with
feel it
my
moving.
I was hanging out with my friend Joey Small, who's fantastic.
He's
And
a
I was
babe.
thinking, and I was laughing so much because he's the best. And like my teeth felt dry because my mouth was just open for so long. And I was like, wow, my teeth are dry. I'm like, those are the only bones that are dry because bones are wet. And I was like, wait, are bones wet? So I looked it up, and apparently bones are, when you're alive, your bones are wet and slightly soft.
I mean, it makes sense, but it still makes me sad.
Yeah, and I had never thought about that. Now I can't stop thinking about it. I just want as many people to know as possible that
Stop,
your
please don't.
bones
We
are
don't
wet.
need
Knows.
this.
When
got
I was
squishy wet
I-
bones.
when I was a kid,
Oh.
I loved biology, but I was also simultaneously
Yeah.
just looking at like the intestines. I was like, that's inside of you.
I
failed
I
biology.
just thought it was
I
nasty.
failed
Oh, I
biology.
loved biology.
Failed every science class in high school. I don't know how I got out
I
of
never
it.
even took chemistry
love
in high
science.
school.
I never took chemistry. I didn't take
Yeah.
anything. I took
Almost failed
dirt
chemistry.
science and like biology and forensics.
Yeah. Oh,
And
forensics
I
is so
dirt
cool. It's so
Bombed
cool.
them.
Uh,
I couldn't do
Wait,
it.
your high school offered forensics?
Yeah.
It's
mhm.
wild.
I took it in
Mine
my
did
just had
too.
the, yeah, mine had the
I took
basics.
epidemiology in high school.
What's
Ooh.
that?
Study of the spread of diseases. It was very interesting. I did mine on hand, foot, and mouth disease. My final paper. It was weird.
I can't even remember what my class was about.
Yo,
Well,
I'm
that
a
was like 4
freshman. I'm
years
like
ago.
brand new here. Like I remember high school. It was,
Yeah.
It was this
Yeah.
time last year.
I'm glad I don't remember it. Like I can't.
I'm
recall
slowly repressing
anything.
it. It's all going
Yeah.
away.
It's like
Yeah,
I,
it goes
I remember
real
a
fast.
vivid moment in my forensics class. It was my first class of the day. I just got my license and I went to McDonald's and I got 8 breakfast burritos. 8 of them. 8 of them and a large coffee. And I sat in the back of the classroom, ripped the bag open, and just ate all the burritos.
You know what's really funny? So I can't drive. I failed my driving test, and I physically cannot. I'm a very bad driver. And my song "Razor Scooter" is actually about how my
Good song.
Relax.
Pods, it's gonna be
Scooter.
a pod stand. When you leave, people. Sorry to cut you off, but when
No,
you
it's
leave,
fine.
you're gonna be like the one that they're like, oh my god, that's so. Sorry, you.
Razor
continue.
Scooter. It's iconic. It
Classic,
is.
classic.
Every one of my friends is so excited for my album to come out just because Razor Scooter is going to be on it.
Excited for the
And,
grunge version of
um,
Razor Scooter.
So like, it's about how it's mostly about anxiety, and it's like the chorus is, "Tell me when you're ready. I like to be 10 minutes early to every social function. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll jump on my Razor Scooter." And it was about how my friend was like, "Yo, we're having a party," and I was like, "Well, when?" And they're like, "We'll text you." I'm like, "Well, tell me when you're ready, because I need to be there early, because if I'm not, I'm gonna feel like I showed up like late to something, and like people are like already gonna be in their groups, and I'm not gonna." So anyway, I realized I'm like, I have no way to get there. So I saw a Razor Scooter, and I was like, guess that's how we're getting there. And it's also just about how like Razor Scooters are iconic and they hurt, you know.
Yeah.
So like, it's about like how like anxiety hurts me, and like I'm hurting myself though, because no, it's not. It's just I like Razor Scooters.
Hurts your soul and hurts your Achilles.
Yeah, of course. The anxiety hurts me on the inside, and the Razor Scooter hurts me on the outside.
It's like it's such a classic.
I know.
And I think hearing it with like a full band is going to be a surreal experience that I don't know if I'm ready for.
I'm trying right now on my album to make it so that there's drums and everything in it, but everybody's so busy that I'm having trouble finding someone to play drums, and this is totally... Do you even have time?
I could make time.
Okay.
I do have
a drum kit at my house. We can talk about that. But I don't know. So I'm excited for this album, but I'm more excited for my next one already because I know it's going to be... I mean, some of the songs of this one that I'm doing right now are just so old that I can tell that they're not as good as they should be, but I have to include them. They have to be on something. And this is my first album, and it's happening so far after I started writing, so a lot of the stuff needs to be older. But, like, I don't know, like, there's some songs that, like, are good, and I like them. It's just, like, I can tell, I'm like, that's a little juvenile, because I wrote it when I was, like, 13. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm very excited, and I do really I have Ned playing synth on some of my... It's gonna be awesome. My song Contemplation Station is a weird one, and it's gonna be weird, and I'm very excited. But, yeah, be looking out for my album, because I'm proud of it. It's gonna be, like, 9 songs. I think it's going to be called Contemplation Station at this point because anything that rhymes with station is a station. Like the water fountain's the hydration station, the bathroom's the urination station. There's a picture. I'm filming a movie with my friends you guys should also be excited for. It's called Oops, I Killed My Boss. Ryan Hutchins
I love that guy.
Wrote it. Yeah, it's really great. So we're filming that right now and it should be out by the end of the semester. But I am very weird and I play a character, Betty. And so there was this point where I was waiting to film and I was sitting there cross-legged and in front of me was a bucket of eggs. And I just took a picture of me. I can like literally pull it up. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera or not, but I was literally sitting there and I was like, wow, this looks like a hilarious picture. And I knew I needed it to be the album cover. And my friend Dylan was walking by. He's like, what are you doing? What is that? Pointing to the bucket of eggs. And for some reason I said, I'm at my contemplation station. And I guess it just sort of stuck.
Is that Dylan as in?
Yes,
Dylan,
from Rocky. Yes, Dylan.
That's my baby boy.
Yeah, so I feel like, oh my god, shout out to Dylan who won't listen to this because he's a jerk.
I'll text him.
Oh my god, listen right now. So here's the picture camera. I don't know if you can see. It's sort of weird, but I'm just sitting there. That's sort of better. I'm sitting there cross-legged in my Doc Martens with weird pants on with a bucket of eggs, and I think that's going to be the album art because
I like it.
It's just.
I love it.
Me with some eggs.
Yeah.
What I like is that you mentioned being very allergic to eggs. So it's the average person sitting there with a bucket of hand grenades.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And it's do I just eat the egg?
Yeah, you have those intrusive
sitting
thoughts.
there with hand grenade? Maria, what?
That's very Green Day.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. Send that to Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh my god,
Maria,
my idol. I love him. If you're
great.
listening, I'm just kidding.
If you're listening,
I will literally crap myself. I will crap and puke and pee all at the same time.
Oh my god.
All of it, but hey, you gotta let the excitement out.
Blood will come out of every orifice, just my eyes and my mouth. It's like,
I'll be like, haha.
yeah, that's how it is.
LinkedIn photo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Don't even get me started on those. Did you see me at the event the other day, Maria?
Taking photos. I unfortunately had to eat early. I didn't even think to dress up for a headshot, but I do technically have headshots, but they're old and I don't like it. You know? My hair looked ugly. It was just I'm self-conscious, but
mood. As I fix my hair,
my hair. I cut mine all off. Not that long ago.
I did that a couple years ago, and this is as far as it's gotten. It's only
it's amazing. I love it. Is it naturally wavy like that?
No. See, here's the thing. I've bleached my hair so many times that if I use heat, it will fall off.
Yeah.
So I braid my hair at night. So, because my hair just straight looks stupid, but I can't curl it or do anything to it. So I have to braid it so it at least does something and gets some volume because I can't put heat on it or it'll die.
Oh my god.
It's very iconic.
I can't bleach my hair again ever. So I just keep getting darker colors and waiting for it to lighten. So that's why this weird sort of orangey colors happening.
I like it though.
Color?
I don't know. I've been dyeing my hair consistently since I was 12. I'm pretty sure it's sort of a light brown, a little darker than this and a little less orange, but I don't know.
Maria, what's your natural?
Just this. I'm boring. I don't do anything.
She died. She's actually a blonde.
I like made that joke in high school and nobody believed me because they're like, "No, you're too Italian." I'm like, I know I'm greasy, but like that's. Wow. Now I'm too much of a pansy to do anything to my hair. I feel like.
Can we bleach it?
You have to be like a cool person, and I'm just like I'm a boring person.
I think we should bleach it.
And if that's the only thing making me less boring, it's like I think it'd be funny to bleach it, like because I do want to get it like cut a little shorter. So then it'd be like that kind of that grunge vibe. Bleach it. But bleach it. Maybe I will. We'll see what happens. But
yeah,
unfortunately, well, not really. Unfortunately, because like it is late at night. It's getting to be that time where we only have a few minutes left. So I just want to kind of let my mind ramble for a little bit.
Great.
And maybe kind of figure out a few things. Seeing as like, you're a freshman, you are like relatively new to the local music scene. Do you have any like predictions for what's going to happen based on what you've experienced in the past and what you've been told in the past? Do you have any hopes for the local music scene? Like, hope it'll grow, hope it'll shrink?
I think that we're in a time where we all, like, not even like, I think we're the weird zillennials, everyone in college right now is sort of on the cusp.
Yeah.
But I think there's a big focus right now on fronting bands, and we don't have enough people willing to not be the front man.
Yeah.
And I have found it very hard to find bassists and like just guitarists that don't sing or don't write their own stuff, or just drummers, because I think there's a big focus around doing your own thing, which I think is great and it's very creative and it's great, but I'd like to see more bands. I think that the bands that are right now, like Lone Pine Mall and Ned's band, is fantastic. I'm so excited for Way Day, by the way.
I'm very excited for that. Yeah. I'm very excited for his album, too.
I'm so excited. I was just in the studio and actually I got to hear a little of it, and so good. But the bands that I do know of are really good. I just wish there were more, because I don't think you can ever have too many bands.
Agreed.
But I think that I'm sort of hoping that I will sort of be inducted into something. And I don't even need to front because I can play bass. So like I don't know. I'm very hopeful for the music scene, and I think that we have a lot of good young people, like not unlike myself, I guess, that we're sort of hoping to, have a little bit of fun in college and make the most of it music wise.
Yeah. Well, If you ever need a jam buddy, you got a friend in me. That was weird. I don't know why I said that, but it's looking to be that time. So it's looking like we're going to have to peace out, y'all. This has been Walking and Talking with DJ Right Shoe, and be prepared. Mad Fest is going to be May 5th. That's going to be a Sunday, May the 5th. I tried. You said Cinco de Mayo already, and for some reason I tried to say May the 4th, but it's the 5th, so it doesn't work. But you know what I mean.
After May the 4th.
Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be a great day. 12 hours. Oh my goodness, 12 hours of straight music. Food, t-shirts, buttons, stickers. It's going to be very fun. So definitely come check it out. It's going to be behind the Union when it's nice and bright and sunny. So yeah, we can't wait. So we're going to peace out. Do you guys have any parting thoughts?
Your bones are wet.
Tacos.
Yep.
I love dogs. Keep it locked, y'all.
Or don't.
Ooh. Let me do that first.